10 seconds to 5 o'clock. That's okay. That'll give us time to get everything put together here, because you know how long that takes sometimes. Okay, we'll just pause here. We'll be getting right with you in just a minute. It's 5 o'clock. Come on. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I wait and wait, right? It's Thursday, 5 o'clock. That means it's Buddy Chat. And I think I'm here. Yes, I am. So when you join in, will you please say hi or something, say where you're from, say something so that I will know that you're here. Okay, Barbara is here. And I know there's several others telling me there's lots of people there, but I don't know who they are. Hi, Mavis. Oh, from Folsom, California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to do an edition of Buddy Chat today. Do you know how long we've been doing this? Every single week for almost 2 years. That is a lot of Buddy Chats. That's a lot of demos. A lot. Oh, Sanella? Am I saying that right? Sanella? Thomas? Pretty name. Let me know if I've said that right, if I need to change something. And Deborah has joined us. Thank you for letting me know that you're here from Flint, Michigan. Wow. And Sue Atkins from Flint, Michigan. And, oh, Sunella. That is really a pretty name. Sunela. That is really, I'll bet there's a story behind that name. I think we've talked about how you get your names and what the stories are that get you there. It's crazy. I know. All right. I'm going to get right on with life today because I've got some things I want to show you, some things I want to demo you. But I want to remind you of some things. So Monday, today's Thursday, we're going to have a great weekend. And then Monday is Project on the Tens. And I know it's a really busy week for everybody because it is Thanksgiving. I've got like 35 guests coming to dinner on Thanksgiving. I've got a lot of prepping to do. But Monday is Project on the Tens because it is the 20th. Yay, that's a great day. Hi, Lynn. I thank you for chiming in and saying hi, because then it brings your name up. Otherwise, I don't know who you are. And I do want to know who you are. Good evening, Joyce. Hey, how was that rain this morning? I thought it was beautiful. And I think we're going to get some more on Saturday. Hello, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle and I got to chat this morning. It was fun, wasn't it, Michelle? All right, so Project on the Tens, Monday morning at 10 o'clock. It'll be a 10-minute project. I'll try not to keep you very long because I know we are all so busy with Thanksgiving coming up. It's going to be Valentine's Day before you know it. It is going so fast, I can't believe it. I do want to remind you of our November challenge. It's going to go until November 27th, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. So a week from Monday is when this challenge ends. And the challenge is that for everybody that you invite into this Facebook group, your name goes, you get an entry into the drawing. I've already got stacks and stacks of names. I'm really excited. And thank you all for joining, for bringing your friends, because that's what we want. The more the merrier, right? And we'll have a drawing on the 28th, which is exciting. And then, oh, there's so much happening right now. I know it's Thanksgiving, but there's so much happening. On the 29th is our prep class on Facebook for this little guy right here. Remember this little guy right here? Our prep class is going to be on November 29th. Yes, November 29th. And the class itself, the Zoom class, is on December 1st. Now, if you can't watch the prep class live, that's okay. It's recorded. It's going to be here on Facebook. If you can't watch the Zoom class live, because it's a live class, we love live, that's okay too, because it's going to be recorded. So don't worry that you're going to miss out on anything. I just figured we need to get this one in before the holidays hit really hard for Christmas and shopping and all those wonderful parties we're going to be having. We need to get this done. We need to get it done and get it on the wall, right? So we're going to do it. We're going to do this December 1st. If you can't watch it that day, don't worry about it. You can even do it in January. It won't matter. I mean, we're still going to have snow in January. So this is not necessarily a Christmas project. For me, it's just a winter project. And we need a good winter project, right? Right. Okay, so we've talked about the challenge. We've talked about snow fun. Excuse me, I've had a cold. It's not fun. Not fun at all. Hi, Valerie. We've got lots of you coming on. I thank you so much for being here. All right, we've talked about Project on the 10th. I have a list here, or else I will forget. We've talked about the November challenge, and we have talked about snow fun. And I'm so excited about all of those. But we have another promotion coming up, and that promotion is by email. Email only. And if you want to get in on that promotion, then you need to register your email on the website. And if you've forgotten how to do that, I will post right after we finish here to remind you how to do that. But that promotion has already started. You've already gotten one email about it. Details are coming. And the first 25, I'm going to tell you this one because it's pretty cool. The first 25 that take advantage of this promotion will get an added bonus gift. So if you want to be one of those first 25, then you need to find out what it's all about. So go to your email, and if you don't see it right off, look in your junk mail, look wherever things like that might happen in, and check it out, because I think you'll like it. It's really the biggest promotion I've ever done. I'm really pretty excited about it. So check your email. If you're not registered with your email, make sure you get in there and put it in. Okay? Because that's how this one has to happen. Oh, at least that's what they tell me. And I have people that tell me what to do. Believe it or not. Okay. I have to tell you that you guys are lucky if you've never known one of those. Have you ever seen those things on Facebook where they show you where the people from Walmart? Have you seen those? Do you know what I'm talking about? The ones that shop at Walmart? Tell me you do. Tell me you do. Because if not, I have to explain it, and I don't want to. Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the shoppers from Walmart? Say yes or no. Please, tell me something. I'm watching. Because give me a thumbs up. Give me a something. I need to know that you guys know what I'm talking about. So on Facebook, oftentimes you'll see, oh, yep, they shop at Walmart because okay, Michelle, thank you. You must have a Walmart in Las Vegas. And Sue Atkins says, yes. No, I did. Oh, Valerie. Valerie's in the UK. She does not have this opportunity. So I'm going to explain it a little bit. So people from Walmart, people that shop at Walmart, they always post these pictures. They'll be dressed in their pajamas, in crazy outfits, maybe barely anything, or just outrageous. And they look ridiculous. Okay, so you can always, and they make fun of it. Oh, Barbara said they're unique. They are very unique, the Walmart shoppers. Well, you guys will be happy to know that because you know me, you now know a Walmart shopper. Oh, yes, it happened. I am so sorry to tell you that. And I am now a Walmart shopper. If you see my picture on one of those pictures saying, look what happened here, then you're going to say, oh, yeah, I know her. Oh, I am so sorry. I did not take a picture, but hey, Debbie, how's Florida? I am now a Walmart shopper. I'm laughing so hard that I'm so embarrassed that I'm laughing. And so the more I laugh, the less embarrassed I'm going to be. So this is what happened today. Okay? Now, you know that I have not, no, you're not going to get a photo. I have not driven a car. I had surgery last Friday, right? So it's been a week tomorrow. And I'm in a boot. And I can't take my boot off. I sleep with it. Everything I do with this boot. And when I go out and check the chickens, the doctor said I could walk around the house, but I can't go shopping. Well, I really needed something today. It was at Walmart. So I went shopping. and not very much. I knew exactly what I needed. I went in and got it and checked out and left, right? And on the way home from Walmart, I stopped at the grocery store just to run in and I was really hungry. I wanted a donut. I was just ran into the grocery store and was going to get my things and come out because I do need to keep my foot elevated. I've got to keep it up. It hurts after a while if I don't. It's not good for it. So, all right. So I go into Walmart, get my stuff, get in my car. I hadn't even driven in a week. This is the first time I've driven, was today. Then I stopped at the grocery store, and as I walked in from clear out in the parking lot, okay, so I hope you guys will stay with me when you find out what happened. So I walked in the grocery store, got my cart, and I was just heading in there, and this lady behind me, this cute little lady, says, excuse me. And I thought, why is she talking to me? Did I get in her way? Did I cut her off? I mean, I'm just in a shopping cart. And she finally taps me on the shoulder because I didn't pay any attention to her. And she said, did you know that your dress is hiked up all the way in the back? And I thought, oh, it was a little breezy. I wonder how many other people saw that and did not say anything. And I quickly turned around and I straightened my dress. So I'm wearing a skirt because I can't get pants on over my boot. So this is all I can wear, just this one skirt. I have one skirt I'm wearing every day. And and she was so sweet. And I says, oh, I wonder how many other people saw this. Because I've been in another store. I've walked in from the parking lot and there were people behind me. But she was nice enough to say, your skirt is up in the back. How would you feel? I was embarrassed. And yet I quickly turned around and straightened my skirt and went on with my shopping. And I was okay. I don't know what people saw or how much they saw, but I'm sure it was I'll bet they're all saying, do you see that lady? Do you see that lady up there? Go look, go around that corner. You gotta see that lady. Because in Walmart, I had to go down several aisles. It wasn't just one because I had to find what I was looking for, even though I knew exactly what I wanted. It took me a while. And I wondered why people were staring at me as I walked by. And now I know. Now, you guys know that lady in Walmart. Whenever you see a picture, you're going to say, I knew somebody who did that. Has that ever happened to you? I mean, my skirt was hiked up clear in the back. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'm going to carry on with life. I have to laugh about it or else it's just not funny, right? You have to. Okay. Look at those pizza people. Teresa, were you there? Did you happen to see me? Oh, crazy. I know. I should be on Facebook. Oh, well. Okay, so today we are going to talk about something kind of fun. And it's probably something you have not even tried. But I want you to try it. I want you to look at your machine. If you have a Baby Lock machine, I don't know what other brands do this or whether they do it. I just don't know. I do know that the Baby Locks do this, and I love it. And I think you're going to really like it. So let's go over there now. Okay. So Valerie, you don't have the Walmarts over there, do you? So maybe you don't have people of Walmart over there. Okay. I am at my Solaris. Okay? And what I want to show you today is really, really cool. And if you have not done it, we're not going to stitch anything out. We're going to be looking right here. This is the part we want to see. All right, I'm going to go into, I can pick any stitch here. This is my utility window. It doesn't want to move for me. Why? I don't know. Guess my finger was not going right. So you can see I'm changing my stitches. If I do my drop-down menu right there, I don't see anything really unusual. That's because that's not where I want to be. Let me show you where I want to be. I'm going to go into decorative stitches. And it says, okay, to cancel the current stitch selection. You bet. Now I'm in decorative stitches. And now, have you ever noticed these two arrows down here? Now, if you have a crescendo or a chorus or a ballad or a destiny, they're going to be in a little different place. And even on some of them, I think the soprano even has the opportunity to do this. It'll be in the lid. But when you see these arrows down here, have you used those before? If you have not used them, I'm going to show you how to use them today, and it's really cool. So you've got a good view of my screen right here. My stitch is going to show up here. There it is. And now these have become bright. Now, let me go back out and come back in. I want you to see what happens. And now I picked a stitch, and they become brighter. That, I want you to see what is going to happen here. Let's go back out. I want to show you how to get here. I'm going into my decorative stitches. My fingers don't want to touch it today. I don't know why. Boy, it's having a... Let me see if I can do it with... Did you see what I did? I hope that you all noticed what happened as I was swinging around my screen here. Notice nothing is working. Oh, this is a good lesson. Nothing is working. Why? Did you pick up on that? Look right here. Look what's highlighted. My lock is highlighted. When that's highlighted, nothing's going to work. That's because it's a feature that will let you make a stitch and not accidentally go out of it, because I accidentally touched it. And when I accidentally touch things, you can accidentally change your stitch and not even know it. And you don't want to do that, especially if you're piecing a beautiful, perfect 1/4 inch stitch and you go out and you're reaching for another piece and reaching for another piece and you accidentally brush by here. What if I accidentally brushed into that one when I was doing a 1/4 inch stitch and didn't realize it? I'm going to have a totally different stitch. Okay? And that's not even the demo for today. I'm going to go into Character Decorative Stitches. So now it's going to work because my lock is not highlighted. Notice down here, these little arrows are not bright. I can't really touch them. I mean, I could touch them, but they're not going to, you can hear it knocking. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so I'm going to go into another stitch. And here I've got this one. I could build a stitch by simply, look at that. And if I want to touch the arrows, they're still knocking at me. They're not working. If that happens to you, remember that you need to touch this plus sign, and that gives you more opportunities. Now, look what happens when I touch the step. This is a step arrow. You can see it took me down to one portion of the stitch, but if you'll notice that right under here, there's a line. I'm going to touch it again. And as I touch that, this step right here, that line gets longer. And what that does is it moves the next stitch over. So it's going to give me a step stitch. Boy, I'm not going to be able to talk in a minute. Excuse me. Get me a drink there. Okay, now you see I've touched it. I've got another piece of the stitch. I can touch it more, and you can see it's now giving me a step to the right. I can touch another one. I could even touch the same stitch over and over again. It doesn't really matter. But down here, it's allowing me to create a new stitch that is not even in the machine. You're making it up. So I'm going to hit the left arrow, and now it's taking me left. Do you see how that's doing that? And I'm going to touch another one. I'm going to go left again. And so each time I touch this, it will take me just a little bit in that direction. And here I go with this one. Now, because my step stitch, my preview is so large, it's not able to make it big like it was. But do you remember what we do if we want to see it? Let's see. It's not going to let me do that. Let's go. Let's keep going for a minute. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to go back that direction. And there we go. Now, if I want to save it into memory, I'm going to touch my memory, which I do not want to save it into memory. So I'm actually going to go out and come back in and see. We're going to erase that. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to come back in. And now once again, now see right here, my drop down menu is there. So it's activated. That means these little buttons down here are going to work. So if ever you get in here and you can't figure out why it's not working, just remember that you've got this plus arrow right there, the plus guy right there, and that will give you a drop down so that you can do it. All right, so let's go into another window. And there I've got a tree, and I want to use my step stitches. I'm going to go this way. It breaks it down and gives me one, and now I'm doing a step over. And if you look careful, maybe I can get it in closer. Oh, it wants to focus and it can't. All right. That might drive me crazy. Sorry. I want you to be able to see this. If you're not sitting in front of your machine, it may be more difficult for you to see. Okay, stop doing that. All right. So now you see how this one is now going over. Let's do it again. As I hit the step stitches, it's going to take it that far over to put, I can even put another tree in there. And then I can go back this direction. I can put another tree in. Do you see how the possibilities that you can do with this? I have just created, instead of a straight line, this would be really pretty on a border. Come on, there we go. And there you go. And now I have created a totally different stitch than if I had just done all those trees right in a row. And you can see the possibilities and the fun that you could have with that. And it doesn't like to be up that close. So let's come back out. And there you go. And it's giving me a preview right there so I can still see it and I'm good. Isn't that fun? Is that something that you think that you might like to use? I think it's something that I would like to use. I mean, I love this tree right here. That would really be pretty on the bottom of a tea towel, I think. Just a nice, that's Christmassy. That could be a lot of fun. Okay, one other thing I want to talk about today. Does anybody have any questions on the step stitches? And don't be afraid of them. Use them. In fact, there are so many things on our machines, and we just need to be able to go in and use them and be comfortable with them. All right, let me see if you have any questions. Hi, Janice from Colorado. Gina from Tennessee. Hello, Heidi. Yep, Annette, you picked up on that. You saw that I was locked, and I didn't even notice that I had touched it. I didn't even notice. Okay, one other thing I want to talk about today, and these are questions that in the mailbag that I've gotten. All right, so right here, I want to talk about, Annette says she never plays with the step stitches. Well, I think it's a good chance to do it. And when you think about all the possibilities that your machine has, it can do so much more than what we use it for. I mean, I usually use the J-foot. Speaking of things that I do all the time, I use the J-foot. So somebody asked me, how do you get a perfect top stitch? All right, so oftentimes I don't want to switch my foot out, or I'm just doing a small little portion. I can do a top stitch with my J-foot, and I'm okay with that. And here's how I do it. If I have my fabric right here, I will guide my fabric so you can see that I have my fabric, make this straight, lined up. I can either line it up with the edge of my foot. It depends on how fat I want that top stitch to be, how close to the edge. Oftentimes I want to do a top stitch that's about 1/8 of an inch. I don't want to go a full quarter. And if I were at the edge of my foot and I put my needle all the way in the right hand needle position, it's going to be 1/4 inch. I don't really want it that big. So oftentimes I will line my fabric up right here on the inside of the metal part, right where the plastic and the metal come together. I will line my fabric up right there, and I'll put my needle in my right hand needle position, and that will give me about 1/8 of an inch top stitch, and I'm really happy with that. But if I've got to do a lot and I don't want to have to sit and worry about whether my fabric's straight, I'm going to put my edge joining foot on. This is the one that has the bar down the bottom. It does not have anything back by the needle. If you had your blind hem foot, it would have a bar that would go back by the needle, and you can do a beautiful top stitch with your blind hem foot. You can. You just have to make sure it's a straight stitch and that your needle is not going to hit that bar, because on a blind hem foot, the needle goes over the bar to create the blind hem. But if you're doing just a straight stitch, which is great, just make sure you're not on top of that bar. But I'm going to use the edge joining foot. And the reason I'm going to use this one, and when I do like a top stitch on a strap, where I want to just go right down the whole strap and it's 54 inches long, and I just want to speed demon right through, I don't want to have to worry about it, I just want to make sure that is covered, I'm going to use my edge joining foot, because it is going to help me guide my fabric right along there with that flange in the foot. And then I'm going to make sure that my needle lands just about 1/8 of an inch to the right. I'm to the left. I say that because when I'm showing you this, it's backwards to me. So I want to make sure that I am 1/8 of an inch on the fabric, and in this case it would be to the left of the edge of my foot. And I would be almost in a left-hand needle position on this one. If I were in a center needle position, it would be too close to the edge. So I'm going to be in a left-hand needle position. And as I do that, it's going to stitch perfectly as I moved down that fold, and I can go really, really fast. All right, do you have any questions on that? We have talked about step stitches, and we've talked about getting a perfect top stitch. And when I talk about doing a top stitch, it's usually on the edge of something, like a strap or a binding, or I can't think of anywhere else I would use a top stitch. But it's usually because it's right next to a seam and I want it to be perfect, right? Oh, Heidi said she likes this foot. You like the edge joining foot? I do too. This has been my buddy. I think I've worn out 2 of them. This is my 3rd one, because I would use it so much, and you think, how do you wear it out? I don't know. I just did. Maybe because I would travel with it a lot too. But I really, really like this foot. But I love my J foot. This is my go-to foot. I use this for everything. And I put zippers in it sometimes with it. That's really a good foot. But I tell you, this edge joining foot is a game changer for me. It was until I came up with the quilt binding foot. And this was my binding foot until I got the quilt binding foot. And we talked about that one last week. All right, any questions that I can answer for you? Are there any questions on the Snow Fun class coming up? Any questions on this one? Because all those questions are going to be answered on the 29th, because we're going to be doing our prep class for this one. And this class, I know that we had it's in the bag class just not too long ago. And that class was kind of long because we made a bag, and it takes a long time to make a bag. This one is not going to take nearly as long. If you were in the Pile of Pumpkins class, it's about that long. It's not bad at all. In fact, this one doesn't have as much detail on it as the Pile of Pumpkins. So this is not going to be hard, but you're going to love it. We're going to do a flange right here, a flange border, and we're going to bind it. We're going to do the whole thing in that class. The prep class, again, is on the 29th at 10 o'clock, and the Zoom class is on the 1st. December 1st. December is here. It's crazy. Totally crazy. Hey, Sheila. I forgot to say my hello from Georgia. I'll bet Georgia is beautiful right now. I'll bet it is. A lot warmer than what we've got right here. Although we are warmer than we normally are. In fact, the ski resorts were going to open this weekend. They've had to push it back. They can't open yet. Even though they make their own snow, they've got too many spots that don't have snow on them. Let's see. We talked about Project on the Tens on Monday, and we have talked about, the Black Friday. Black Friday and holiday promotions are coming out right away. If you want to be involved with that, you need to get your email in there, because that's how it's going out. That's how all that info is coming to you. So I will make a post about it right after this, so that you can see what you need to do, because that's how they're coming out. And the first 25 people that take advantage of that promotion will get a special bonus. And it's going to be fun. I think you'll like it. And what else? Oh, we have our November challenge. So everybody that you invite, for every person you invite into this group, your name will go to an entry for a drawing that will be held on the 28th. So the contest ends on the 27th, and I'm going to draw 28th, early morning on the 28th. So be here, okay? All right. Is there anything else that I can help you? Oh, we're not going to have Buddy Chat next week because it's Thanksgiving. And I hope you're all with your families. Thanksgiving, that's a great day. I'm going to be washing dishes, a lot of dishes. All right, I think we've covered everything I wanted to cover. We've talked about step stitches. We've talked about the perfect top stitch. If you have questions, I love to get your questions, because then I know that when I share something with you, it's something maybe you want to learn. So please let me know what those are. You can email me at barb@sewwithbarb.com, or you can just put it here on our Buddy Chat thread. I like that too. Okay, so get your email in. Definitely. Got to put it in the website, and I'll show you where to do that. If you don't have any more questions, then I'm going to start cleaning my house for Thanksgiving. I got a lot of cleaning to do. And I want to thank you for coming today, and enjoy your weekend. It's a beautiful weekend. We are just lucky to be here. And if you go to Walmart, don't look for me on the walls, okay? I don't want my picture up there. I know, it's crazy. It's totally crazy. Okay, Valerie, have a good evening. I will see. Oh, thank you for all the birthday wishes, and thank you for checking with me on my surgery. Everything is fine. I'm good. I go to the doctor on Monday. Maybe he'll take my boot off. I don't know. We'll find out. But it's a good day. It's always a good day. All right, everybody. I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.